We are back. We're back, man. Been a couple days. I haven't live streamed much, man, the last week. And honestly, it's because I'm in a weird spot. Like I wanna start my dynasty, but I can't start my dynasty knowing what I know about what happens after 1 year. It just kills everything for me. And eventually you get tired of just playing the same, just playing for no purpose, right? Testing sliders or whatever. Yeah, it's fun, but eventually you want to play for a purpose. You want to play to build something, you know what I mean? So I took a couple days off because I was waiting for Thursday, being very optimistic, and then Thursday dropped and they didn't do anything. So now we're looking at potentially another week. What happens after year one? Because I'm about to wrap up season one. Well, Henry, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos, man, on Dynasty. The game released with a ton of issues. Progression is awful. For the CPU, the user's actually okay. If you manually, so here's the thing. If you manually upgrade your players, it's okay. If you have it set to auto progression, which I think a lot of people do, which is matching up what the CPU does, the CPU progression is absolutely horrendous, man. There's zero logic behind it. You have corners that won't upgrade things that actually impact them being a corner. They'll impact strength and just stuff that's just completely irrelevant to them being a corner. You know what I mean? And I know I guess what I heard, I haven't tested it at all, but what I've heard is the NIL actually got worse, like with the way money is distributed to NIL and things like that. But I think the bigger thing, so you have NIL issues, players disappearing, but I think the biggest issue is players don't progress the way they should, because there's the logic in how they apply their upgrades is not properly input. And that's why we have the situation where we max out progression to 300 and you get a bunch of guys going up in the 80s, but just because of all the upgrades, but they're not hitting in the 90s because they're not putting them in there the right way. And so I'm not starting NDSU. I know I said, hey, we'll start NDSU no matter what the dynasty upgrade is. Well, we didn't get a dynasty upgrade on Thursday, so I'm not starting NDSU. I just can't. I'll have a good time playing the games. After year one, though, I will be miserable, knowing what I know. It's the same reason guys that never really make it very far in NBA 2K. 2K's just as bad. The difference is 2K's been just as bad for 6 years and they don't do anything. EA's already come out and said they're going to fix it. The timeline for them fixing it is just not very great for someone who also makes content for Madden and will be playing Madden on the week early, and we'll be diving into that, so it's like you can't, you don't have any time to get into college football. And once I'm working on Madden, I'm not going to be back on college football, really. What's up, Game Time? Punters are all 99. I thought they fixed it. They said they have they fixed the punting. In 890, what's good, man? Henry, it's harder than you think, man. Because I know people say it's $1 billion company. Why can't they get someone to test this? Well, the thing is the bosses, they just got sold to a Saudi Arabian company, right? They don't seem to be any different than the former people who own the company. They have to say, okay, you're allowed to go hire this many people, or here's your budget. If it's enough to hire one guy to test it, good. If you have enough of a budget to hire 2 guys to test it, there you go. They have to give them the budget to hire people to go test this. What is unfortunate is that the people who build this don't test it, but they probably don't have the time. They probably build it and they don't actually have the time to test it, so you actually need testers, but you have to have the money allocated to do that, man. So I mean, to me, it's like you know, you live down in Florida in Orlando. I think you know, you offer someone a $75,000 salary to work and test on this stuff, and come, you know, and that's all they're doing is spending time building it. I think you have no problem feeling that with someone who's passionate. For $70,000 to $80,000 a year, that's not a lot of money in Florida, you know. And then you could get it fixed ahead of time, but the company has to be willing to give them $70,000 to $75,000 to budget it. BV says, "Yep, you're waiting. If it's not fixed by August 10th, I'm going to play Madden instead." Here's my thing: all the new changes to Madden, I'm every bit as worried about that franchise mode. Every bit as worried. Like, think about what happened with college football, right? College football 25, college football 26, progression had an issue, but it was the opposite. Players progressed way too high, except for like 2 positions. And so we were able, but that the sliders worked, we were able to hone it in pretty solid, right? They added NIL. They did the NIL thing, which that the lack of testing on that's pretty inexcusable. But either way. And then they did the Road to Glory stuff, and somehow with the progression in Road to Glory, it trickled into Dynasty or something like that, and then all the Coach XP stuff, I don't know. But they added a bunch of stuff, and it messed stuff up, right? Because it wasn't tested. It's all brand new, so you have to look at Madden. Madden's doing the same thing. They added a ton of stuff for franchise. Is it tested? Right? We could confidently say coaching abilities last year weren't really tested because so many of them are just outrageously overpowered. Was there any balancing done on those? It doesn't sound like it. I should play Pro Spirits. Yeah, now's not the time to really be diving into a baseball game, though, right? Like, the MLB season's winding down. We've got 2 months left before playoffs. I mean, when the football season's like training camp, teams are showing up to training camp like the end of this past week, yesterday and Thursday, teams are showing up, and then they're going in the next week. So this is prime. Everyone's gearing up for training camp. Football's on everybody's mind. So transitioning into that, probably not the best move right now. I do think Pro Spirits should have released like in April, or even May. You know, get out. I know they did a little bit, but this is the full game. Also, I'm curious, do they have a feature in Pro Spirits where people could make, like, via logos and editors and stuff like that, where they could up like a share feature where people could actually go make like the actual MLB teams and rosters and then share it? Scorpion Coil says, look at it this way. Eventually we get the game to where we like it. After testing and playing it, gives you guys more content year after year. Not really, man. What I can tell you, Scorpion, is when college football 27 released, I had about 9,000 more subs than when 26 released. And because I'm currently unemployed, I was live streaming every day. My views, live streaming every day, making all these videos, is less than last year. And I 100% like attribute that to the CFB don't play, or pay don't play, or play don't pay, right? All that stuff. And then Dynasty being where it's at. There's just no logical explanation for the channel to be 50% bigger, 60% bigger, stream every single day, and through the first 3 weeks have less views with all that extra content out there than last year at the same time. But it's because of those 2 things. So we'll see what happens when everything gets straightened out. I don't know. You know, the concern is they're not going to get straightened out until GTA 6 time. And I'll be frank with you guys. I'll be streaming the shit out of that. You guys, a lot of people have asked me, hey, stream GTA. I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to play it a lot, right? Because, and the reason I say it is because Madden's franchise didn't get truly fixed last year until the week of Thanksgiving. So with the missing wear and tear, didn't get added to the week of Thanksgiving. Like, we were told about wear and tear coming to Madden in their dev developer in June, and it was literally missing in franchise until Thanksgiving week. So that's, you know, that's a concern, man. You gotta have everything. You gotta have your shit like unlock. I mean, people will still play these games come GTA, but it's gonna see a massive drop off. Anyway, let's talk about what we are doing, right? So I think the last time I streamed, it was talking about like working on a little bit of an upgrade to the slider set, based off of when I was building coach mode sliders. I was trying to address a couple things, and really coach mode sliders and user versus CPU sliders are almost like 95% interchangeable. And so I was able to kind of swap that stuff around, and I was like, man, I'm kind of liking where we're at with the gameplay here. Just need to do a little bit more testing. I have these out as beta for YouTube members. Haven't got a lot of feedback. It's literally a perk, you know, they pay for it. Posted it. Yo, Chili's, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I haven't gotten feedback, whether it's positive, negative. You know, I asked a couple questions on Discord, and I think part of the reason I haven't got a lot of feedback is a lot of people aren't playing right now because Dynasty is where Dynasty's at. So what we're gonna do is at the end of this stream, because I'm not getting feedback and I need feedback if I want to do sliders, whoever's in here, I will get you the updated sliders as a thank you for watching today. That's what happens, man. Members get their perks, but if members aren't gonna give me feedback that I need to help build the set, like, we gotta expand it. You know what I mean? So that's something we can look forward to. We're gonna test a couple things today. One person, so I have had a couple people stream the game, or stream the game for me to watch. One of them looked really, really good. Well, both of them actually looked really, really good. Another person who didn't stream it told me that they felt like slant routes were overpowered, that you could just audible, and I don't hot route to slant routes when I do hot route, but so it was just spammable. So we're gonna test that on stream. I told you guys last stream, if you weren't here, there was a quick adjustment for running game. Like, we tested the running game, how I was presenting it, and I was like, the running game numbers look really, really good. We're gonna test it with the added nerf today to see how that looks. I'm expecting it to be both the user and CPU to be below 3 yards of carry. I'm expecting that, but we'll see. I'm making one slight tweak to the offensive line to see if there's a little improvement on some of the mixed blocks there, but I don't want to mess with the pass rush. MP Cuts, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. So the big question I have for you guys then, before we literally get ready to do this, is we're going to test a couple of these things. T-Pry, are you talking about the beta or the sliders that got released 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago? It was 2 weeks ago. Wait. Yeah. Had to have been 2 weeks ago. 2 Saturdays ago. One thing I want to know is, do you guys want to... Now, I initially put Eastern Carolina on here. East Carolina. To play a team that's worse than me. Now, technically, Stanford, they're 77. Duke's 77, right? So here's the thing. Do you guys want me to test against East Carolina to see what it looks like against a team that's, you know, like a 60, I think they're a 69 or something like that? Or do we want to do skip to Stanford? T-Pry, you said yes, but I technically asked you Is it on the beta sliders or the original? And you just said yes. I don't. I mean, I don't know which one still. But I'm glad you're loving them. Casey Mays says it's like real football. Communication to the quarterback stops at 15 seconds. Are you talking about the coach mode sliders, Casey? Beta sliders, okay. If you're on auto progression, what should I be at? TJ, man, honest, it's not gonna. I mean, it's bad, TJ. But you would want to max out XP sliders. I don't have it, but the testing we did, even on max it all out. I mean, that's your best shot in hell. Stanford's more of a run first team. Well, I'm fully expecting both teams to not be able to run with the edit I'm putting in here, but also the offensive line edit could offset it. So we'll test it. You guys are saying let's play Eastern Carolina. We don't have to play the full game. I actually might get a precipitation game here, which you guys know I've had one out of, like, what are we at, like 50 games now? I've had one precipitation game. This one said 75% chance of 75 degrees, 60% chance of rain. Let's I hate that the Georgia Tech's home jerseys are white, because if I wouldn't have changed that, we both would have came out in white jerseys. The game should probably recognize that, right? Like, hey, we can't have two white tops, you know? There should just be like a little addendum to the code there. Like, no, it's not possible to have two white tops. What pants do we have here? Yeah, I'm a fan. I like this. Navy socks, but the color doesn't change. Groovy. And the shoe. Okay. All right. Also, I'm not running a goddamn 3-3-5. I'm sorry. I don't like the 3-3-5. I am running a 4-3 zone. Haven't started my Dynasty CGM because they didn't fix Dynasty on Thursday. We all expected an update on Thursday based on previous information. Oh my god, we got rain. Let's go. But we didn't get a Dynasty update. Not really. And I guess what we did get messed stuff up. I'm looking for the progression update.
Georgia Tech making some noise in college football last season, going 9-4. This team was strong in the ACC at 6-2 overall.
It usually does include some teams that both have different jerseys. Yeah, if I didn't change anything, it would have 100%. We would have both been in white jerseys. So. And I did do a profile delete. I haven't played the game since Thursday. I was too disappointed. Yesterday, I went out of town. And Thursday, I just worked on some other videos that I uploaded to the channel. Watch it be bone dry after the first drive. You know, I wouldn't be that surprised either, man. I wouldn't be that surprised either. All right, so we're going to test running. I know that running gets really nerfed with the one change that I told you I was making, but I've also, this is my first time right now on stream with you guys testing the offensive line change, and I don't know if that's going to offset it a little bit. So we'll find out. I'm expecting both teams to run very poorly, but I'm also rated better than them significantly, so we'll see. We will see, we will see. But the offensive line change was to try to help them, but I like the pass rush where it was at. It's just, let's test something, you know? Did they fix punt power? They said they did, so I actually have punt power at default 50. I put it back because I don't know what to expect. So I guess we'll find out. I'm sure I'll punt at some point. I mean, you guys see me play. You always do retro conference ones? Yeah, like how far back do you go?
From the gun, the ground game. And he's
all right, they kind of.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons.
We're gonna check slants here.
That's where it all starts.
Right, I said we need to check.
Saw great effort on that last play.
I was told that slants were spammable. CPU can't stop them by one individual.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. And they'll miss
Well,
the connection here on third down.
If you don't throw them a good ball,
will line up to punt it away.
Well,
all right, so like I said, I do have punt power back at 50 just because I don't know what to expect after their change.
Let's trust our defense, and guys, let's also trust this home field advantage. And
I didn't look too shabby.
Make it real difficult on our opponent.
Yeah, no, I heard a lot of people are happy about the catch meter, which is good, and I'm glad it didn't take them that long to fix that. I'm happy for the people who use the catch meter, man. I really am.
Good, solid hands in a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because
well, they have to touch the progression, Brandon, because the issue is that the players aren't progressed. They're not unlocking the right attributes, right? Jaden showed the video on it, and he said this is the issue. It's that you'll have, I'll pause real quick. Players aren't progressing. That makes sense at all. You'll have a pocket quarterback, and he'll be up, and he'll go through, and he'll show the upgrades. He'll upgrade his speed, his change of direction, all that stuff. He's a pocket quarterback. Won't put anything in accuracies. And you'll have wide receivers that are putting points in things that don't make any sense. We already talked about the corners. Corners will not put anything in, you know, their coverage. They'll put it in stuff like strength. And so players aren't progressing, and obviously those don't impact your overall the same. Like putting something in as a quarterback, putting your speed up isn't gonna impact your overall the same way as like throwing on the one, awareness, things like that. So that's the issue, is they need to fix the way players upgrade. I think the progression's probably fine. It's because if you turn on manual progression as a user, you control all that. Players progress perfectly fine. It's the CPU. So I don't think they need to fix the XP side of things. I think they need to fix the way players progress. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Bethlehem. I'm right there with you. I'm just working on sliders so where I'm good to go. Because I said we're playing around with offensive line, I want to see what this change is going to look like to our pass rush here. They got it out so quick, it's tough to say. One thing I need to take a look at, though, is to see what their offensive line is versus our defensive line. I certainly don't want to make it overpowered. I don't remember our defensive line. It's not the greatest. We got 79 overall, 78 overall, and 278. Yeah, we don't have a very good defensive line, like at all. And we're not a single person over 80, but they have a 68. 68 versus 79, so we should win that one pretty good. 69 versus, so I mean, other than their center, we should get a lot of push here. So if we don't get a lot of push, then we know that what I just changed is a no-go. Was progression this broken? No. It was for two positions, center and strong safety. I'm already noticing, you guys. I'm already noticing. It's not taking me too long to figure this out here. Our average guy on the edge is 10 overall better. And it's going into this. Look right here. This is what we don't want. 10 overall better. And goes into a stalemate. Nothing. Now, the centers, they're 82 overall. The left guard's another below 70 overall player. Number 95 is a 78, I believe. And he gets he does do a pretty good job on the driving there. Let's see on this edge over here. And it's the same thing, stalemate. He should be getting more drive. We're going to monitor that. We'll give it a couple more plays. But I'm not going to waste too much time.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to
Human cycles are way overpowered.
He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be.
We need edges to do their thing.
Down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the defense,
well, and that tracks on those plays.
They get to the line quickly.
Because the edges weren't getting pushed, but the defense tackles were.
They'll go to the counter play. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Yeah.
Under fire.
I'm not even going to waste my time, you guys. They are locking it up. We're going to make a quick change.
Roll that one away. It'll be 4th down.
We're going to make a quick change. Because look at the edges here. Just getting locked up. No push whatsoever. We're not even going to waste our time. What is your take on Ryan Moody's videos? Why? I mean, he used to be, like, constructive. Now it's just bitching and moaning, complaining. Throws a play up. Most of the time, yeah, shit happened on it. It's also a video game. But instead of explaining why it, what went wrong or what should happen, what he'd like to see, it's just tearing down people, man. It's all he's turned into is just tearing people down. I mean, I went on there and I looked. I stopped following him a while ago. And he still pops up. We'll see if that does anything. He still pops up on my like YouTube thing every now and then because he's making College Football 27 videos. And I went and looked, and there was a point where he had his last 10 videos. I think 8 of them were Kirk Benkert orientated. Like, 10 videos made, 8 of them were like the thumbnail and the title was something Kirk Benkert. And I'm like, bro, I left a comment on one of them. I was like, holy shit. Can we just, I think it's just easier just to change them to their alts. Let's just do that. Can we just chill? Like, you made a video. You don't like Kurt? Okay. Make your video, be done with it. Soft Drink made his video and was done with it. You didn't see Soft Drink drop 15 freaking videos about the same shit. It's like, I just, here's the thing. The dude does make valid points at times, but he used to be constructive. And he used to talk about what he'd like to see. And he used to just mention, hey, I'd like it to see it do this, do this, do this. And as soon as he realized that his videos got more views and he got more subscribers, and all he did is, like, tear people down and say, this is unacceptable, and you got people who don't know what they're doing, blah, 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 just the whole time. As soon as he realized that got him views and subscribers, that's what he went with, and he stopped providing the actual constructive criticism or critiquing, that used to be prevalent. Go back and watch videos of him from 5 years ago. Madden 18, Madden 19, Madden 20. I mean, he was on the Sim Standard, right? Remember that. He was on the Sim Standard. Way back when.
Has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Oh, you're probably right. Hold on. Do I have any mods in here?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
BV, are you still in here?
The Pirates offense will go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take
Oh,
a bathroom
Mole, what's up,
break.
man?
Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make.
CJ says, I think he makes some points, but never a positive comment. Nah, man, it's really it's annoying as hell. If I'm being honest, like. And I got really annoyed because every video he was calling, I don't remember, Hot Rod or the dude who edits Bankert's videos. Kept calling him a Muppet, man. I'm like, I was getting pissed off. I was like, dude, why are you calling someone a Muppet like so many times? Like he was being so obnoxious with it. And I try to filter some of what I say. You guys know I don't do the best job at it. But when I saw that video where he called him a Muppet about 50 times in that video, I just thought to myself, I was like, that's just a dude who just doesn't know what it's like to just get knocked the hell out. just for running their mouth. You know what I mean? You know, like. All right, let's see if that made any difference here. I did switch to a 4-3. Okay. We got double teams. We're not learning anything from that. All right. Oh, we lost our rain though. Well, guys, it was a good. We had about 3 minutes of our second rain game out of 50.
So he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football.
It was nice while it lasted.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So Georgia Tech's offense takes the field for the first
I like East Carolina's jerseys, man. I like purple and black in general. Like, I think it's a really good combination. Northwestern's nice. TCU.
Two running backs alongside the quarterback.
Hey man, I'm not that optimistic about you've been here, CG. you know I've had games where it's like 80% chance of rain, and I don't get any. That's why it's just that running. It's a running joke at this point that the game hates me and I don't get precipitation games. BV is still here. If he could just go ahead and mute that account for me. Ooh, let's go. Ooh.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I was just looking to see through who I had a mods. I didn't have to like open up YouTube and go add some extra ones right now. I was like, if he's still in here, he could just handle it if he would be so kind.
From the 37-yard line.
Oh, let's at least get. Dang it! I was trying to get back to line of scrimmage. I was like, that's not from the get-go. It was like,
Screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza.
I don't know where I want to go here.
Now moving to
There, that's where I want to go. Overthrew him. Shoot.
Defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love that. I love that we overthrew that. Because he did get open. I went to this guy, by the way. Number 4. No idea who it is.
Play by the defender, and we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they
yeah, Tweak, same things happens to me, man.
Game. And here you go. The opening drive of the game. Great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the
But I was secretly kind of praying on his.
Because of that, they misjudge the football.
I don't know if downfall's the right word. Just to like, to people just to get sick of the same complaining over and over and over again.
With some energy and making some plays.
inside, it's Hosley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen,
Yo,
if
what's
the
up,
run game
Lupus?
isn't good, then you gotta
That's
pass the
Mendoza's little
football
bro. Yeah,
a
he's a
little more.
sophomore, I think. I
Sometimes
haven't
you
paid
gotta
much
keep
attention to the
honest,
roster
take
at
it
all, you
chunk by
guys.
chunk.
I haven't, you know.
The give on the counter. Blast his way ahead.
We defended that counter pretty well.
Pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man,
We're
it's
gonna
really
try
hard
this
to
right here.
control the running game if you don't
And again, we're
control
just
the
playing around
line
with some stuff, you
scrimmage.
guys.
How about the defensive line doing
As
a great
we
job
wait to
attacking
get
those
this
guys up
out.
front, not open up lanes to run
Not that there was anything wrong.
nullifying that run
SGN Nation has a new recruit. Welcome to the ranks.
Should we go for this?
5 yards
Nah, we'll kick
short
it.
of the line to gain.
Yo, Red 5, welcome to SGN Nation, man. Appreciate you.
And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right.
I don't know where to
38
kick
yards
this
out.
here. This looks... Fuck.
Absolute shank.
I can't tell where the arrow's aiming. I just can't. I don't like it. I can't even tell.
Fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
All right, see how they look here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gliding to the
Love
right,
it.
still trying to make a play.
Love it. All right, we're going to pause because it's a pass play, right? And we're talking about pass rush, and we're going to see, we were comparing what just happened. This is a better time to look at it because we have 4 down linemen instead of 3. Shouldn't have a double team on the outside. So let's just see here. They had a pulling guard on one edge, and then they chipped our other. This isn't the best one to look. Well, I will say this, though. I do like this. We're not learning much from the other side because he got a one-on-one with a running back. But it's still against the guard. Right here. This does look a little bit different than what we were seeing. That's all we can really determine from that play. Because of the other edge just had a free run at the quarterback and got picked up by the running back.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And guys, don't worry about the CPU run game. I'm fully expecting them to not be able to run with what I have going on right now.
Doing it again.
That's by design. If they are able to run,
From the gun, wants to
that'll
pass.
be extremely surprising.
And he was drilled just as
Let's
he
take a look at
released
this.
the
Let's see how this
It's
pass rush
incomplete.
looks here. We are 10 overall better. So we know that he's 10 overall over here on this edge, number 10. And look at him. I do like this. This is looking so much different already. Right? Look at him engage here, drives him back, throws him off, and he's going to go after the quarterback. This side didn't, obviously, it's not going to look the same, which it shouldn't. But I will say this. They get a little bit of a resistance here, which I'm fine with. He does start driving him backwards. We weren't really seeing that before. So we'll continue to monitor it. They're unable to do anything offensively because our pass rusher is so strong.
Already, you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit.
Hey,
right
Red,
there
I
on the
appreciate
incomplete
that you
throw.
being a longtime
They've
fan, and
gotta
I
find a
appreciate
way
the
to do a
support,
better
man.
job
I really do.
protecting
It means
this
a
guy
lot
here.
to me, man.
It's going to be difficult to put up points.
Working his way on the return to the 40-yard line.
Because, yeah, you guys know I'm unemployed, right? And I actually had an interview last week. I had an interview for a job that I actually would really want. Would really like it. Think I'd be really good at it. Pays me. It would pay really, really well. And I asked the lady, like, when would I expect to hear if I'm going to get another interview or if they're going to go in a different direction. She's like, I'm going to tell the manager that he needs to call an interview. Like, she's like, you know, it was a Thursday that interviewed a week ago this Thursday. She's like, I'm going to tell him you need another interview. Absolutely. And I was like, oh, awesome. And I was like, so she's like, you should hear from him early next week. I didn't hear from anybody this whole week. So I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to. I'm not sure, you know, I haven't got the little email saying, hey, we've decided to go in a different direction, but I also didn't get the email for another interview. But she also said that they weren't looking to have anyone start their training class till the first, like the beginning of September, which to me, I was like, all right, that's perfect, because that gives me a freaking month to work with Madden and stream pretty much every day. So no, yes, I'm still, you know, doing this thing, so I appreciate all the support. And I agree with you, Bethlehem. I will look at that. I want to make sure we get edges looking right. We can make a change here for, I don't know if we wanted to be in the same game or, let's go underneath. Oh my God, they read that. Should have been picked probably. DT is probably a little overpowered. Yeah, it's literally the same thing that I was just doing for 2.5 years or 2 years before they switched my position at my company. Literally the exact same thing. Oh my God, nope. Wasn't going to throw a pick. It busted right through. What happened there? Literally doing the exact same thing. Being an account manager for business. Same territory that I had. Oh, that was a really good move. Hell yeah. Look at that. Just wins. And I did have, he breaks open, but that linebacker holds him long enough that I didn't see it until I'm like running for my life. But yeah, it's literally the same territory, same cities. We'll try a 58-yarder.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one.
I have field goal power down at 40.
But here he's going to need just 58
Oh, man.
Good.
Yo, Hollywood. Hollywood. What's up, my guy? Appreciate you coming through, my guy. I was the update on Thursday, C. Davis. It was for punt power, which was desperately needed because the punt power slider only affected the user, not the CPU. And then I don't use the catching thing, but it was a really good update for the catch meter for the folks that do. So I know they're really, really happy. I think that's the first time you've seen anyone be consensusly happy about a type of a meter, right? You look at 2K, people are always complaining about the shot meter. Some people are happy, but some people are complaining too. But I've only seen people be happy about the change, so I'm assuming they'll just patch in that change to Madden before it even releases.
Success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence.
Oh yeah,
really good
mostly comp stick stuff or comp guys stuff. I said stick comp, but some people I think play CPU and use switch stick. Yeah, I'm on 50 right now just because I didn't know what to expect. C. Davis, like I know they adjusted it, so I wasn't gonna have my punt power down at 35 when they said they nerfed it. Shit. What is going on here? I was not expecting them to be able to run the ball.
Here comes the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
Not expecting them to run the ball.
Connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Oh my gosh.
The run inside. It's Allen.
Oh, what were we saying about defensive tackles?
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability.
Well, what the heck, man? That's a pleasant surprise, honestly. If they keep that up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good.
I was not expecting them to do that. Thank you, BV. I appreciate you, my guy.
punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
Did you get that from Mills,
From
CD?
inside his own 10,
I know he dropped a
trying to
video
help out their field position.
talking about the
Tackle
4-3
and brought down
and
at
just like play
23-yard
and make them
line.
make a mistake,
Not
similar to how the
on that
Buccaneers used to do the Tampa 2.
Georgia Tech's offense comes out
It
ready to get
was,
this drive going.
we're gonna bet you're gonna make a
Finding
mistake before we do,
themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive
and that's what
going
made that
here.
Tampa defense so dang good. Same with Seattle's Legion of Boom defense,
Running
right?
inside.
They
It's
ran the
Coughlin.
cover 3,
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and
and
they
it
did
was,
nothing on that play.
you're gonna make a mistake before we do.
On the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football.
I
That's
don't think
101.
so,
Stop the
Bethlehem.
run first.
I think it's the pancakes. Pancakes are a little OP. I don't think the blocking is necessarily.
Fires to the big
The
fella.
thing is, you can't
And a good
truly,
job of covering
we can't
that
truly
defensive
evaluate
short
any of that until the pancakes get
Early in the
addressed.
game, I love
You
when
look
the
at pretty much
quarterback
any major
makes
run
a
over
catch.
10 yards.
You've thrown
I would
it
bet
1,000 times, not big
75%
shots,
of them
just
have a
put you in
pancake
nice
associated
positions
with it.
on the next downs coming
Currently.
up.
Got him.
To the air. It's Mendoza.
Let's go
He's
score.
got his man. That one could really put this
Vic
drive in a
Fangio's
high
defense
gear.
the same
They
way.
have first
See,
down
I felt like
at the
Green Bay's defense with Jeff Hafley was the same way as well, and I really, really liked it. They were a 4-3 with him, and now they brought in what's his nuts from Arizona, Jonathan Gannon, and we're switching back to a 3-4. I'm like, why would you switch to a 3-4 when you have Micah Parsons? We don't ever want to have Micah Parsons.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout.
We don't ever want to have Micah Parsons be in a situation where he's dropping into coverage. You want him pass rushing every single time.
Important thing,
And if you have a linebacker that is pass rushing every single time in the 3-4, it kind of takes away the disguise of the 3-4. Makes more sense to just have him down as a 4-3. Right? These are bad offensive linemen.
they'll stop him at the 41.
Their
He's
center's
got
good.
10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Everyone else is a 60, is a below 70 overall, except for I think their right tackle's a 72.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Nowhere to
We'll
go
get it
on
locked
that
in,
one.
though.
It'll bring up second and 10.
Have I played with any of the top teams? I haven't. I played with all teams kind of good knockout in the 77 to 79 range.
That would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Because the thinking behind that too is most people do rebuilds. Not a lot of people start dynasties with the best teams in the game.
He's gonna fire deep, and that'll be incomplete.
So
They certainly weren't
I
afraid to
basically
take a
look at
shot
the
there.
lowest
Now
rated
it's
team,
fourth
the
down.
top rated team, find like the middle range in there and play with those teams. And I'll play against teams that are better than me and worse than me, because that's where I feel like I'm gonna get the best balance. I'm not gonna learn anything playing with the top teams versus shittier teams, you know.
And they'll mark it around the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11.
But it should also scale, right? So if I'm playing with a 79 overall Georgia Tech versus a 69 overall East Carolina, it should scale to be like if I'm playing with a 89 overall team versus 79 overall team. It should scale. You rebuilt Arizona State? Like, did you win a title with them? Like, what's the definition of rebuild? Let's do that.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Get it over his head.
Fake on
God.
first down. Throws to the wideout.
I haven't played in a couple days, guys. Just give me a break on the picks here. I'm thinking I can make throws that I can't make, apparently.
Solid return on the pick.
Hey, man, if Mole's still here, can we get the coach suggestions to not recommend 4-3 when they're in a 3-wide receiver set?
Here comes the East
That'd
Carolina
be
offense out to start the drive. After
superb.
their last possession, they
Oh
were
my!
set up in
Holy
plus territory
crap!
this time.
Did you guys just see
Honestly, it wouldn't
that?
have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see
Did you
this as a
guys
break.
just see this? Look what happens to this edge rusher over here. Look at that. Oh my god, I didn't even know this animation was in the game. My guy has to not only take on a double team, but as soon as he thinks he's free, gonna get a sack, he gets freaking thrown to the ground. I want to throw high. Yeah, I know. I pressed up on the stick and I should have done that.
Opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up.
How is
for
that not
position to
holding?
get
I don't know.
points right away. Now,
Holding's at 65.
Again, create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in
But
scoring
I've
position.
never seen that animation
His way out of his grasp.
in the game
The
before.
Pirates will hustle to the line.
We're gonna be aggressive here.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The defense is there. And a
Going
great
for it on
job
4th
to
and
keep
2.
him
We're
from
gonna
getting
blitz
to
the
that
hell out of
first
him.
down marker. He's
I don't
marked
care if
that
we're in a
angle
4-3
on.
versus their
He'll be
4 wide
fourth and
receiver.
short. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it.
All right.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision.
Darth,
will be
we're
questioned.
testing pass rush a little bit. See what these changes do. This is gonna go
Wide
backwards.
receiver comes in motion.
Oh no, hit that block. Oh, okay.
He breaks a tackle. Makes a grab and room to run. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able
critical.
to
Could you
outflank the
clarify
defense.
what
That
you're
puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed.
what you're referring
Nice
to?
job with the pre-snap motion.
There's definitely some little things, but overall to me, there's still. Oh, I shouldn't have cut outside.
They'll knock
There's
it down
nothing
for a
to me.
loss
There
of a
hasn't been
couple.
anything little
After losing a couple
or
late
enough
last
little things
week,
that
here's second
compound
and 12.
gameplay wise. There's definitely some things that I'd like adjusted, but it's not really even gameplay. It's just more things around gameplay, like the play clock crap.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza.
Shit. Like after change of possession, my play clock is only 25 seconds for some reason. After timeouts, it's only 25 seconds. You know, that doesn't make any sense to me. I can't tell you the amount of times I've almost had delay of games because of that, or I've had to call timeouts.
On third and long,
The
he
throw
has to
power
go
is
for it.
one.
Gonna let it
Like,
fly.
come on. Why can't I throw the football more than 40 yards? This is the biggest one for me.
He would have loved
I
to
use
make the big
87
return.
throw power. I have a clean pocket. I step into the throw. Look at that. Crow hop. Step into the throw. Back foot's on the 13. And throws it as far as he can. And the ball's caught at the 40. Well, the 40 to the 10 is 50 yards. We were at the 13. So everything he had into the ball, it went 47. Actually, he caught it at the, like, he high pointed it right here. So it went 48 yards. Crow hop into a throw, 87 throw power. And it can't go 50? Like, I'm not going to say I could go out and throw a football 50 yards right now because I haven't thrown a football in a while. But I could tell you up until about 10 years ago, I could throw a football at 50 yards no problem. I could tell you when I was in high school and played football, I could throw a football 50, 55 yards. These are D1 athletes. They can throw it 50, 55 yards or more. This isn't FCS. This isn't Division 3. This isn't Division 2. This isn't NAIA. Like these are freaking D1 athletes, and quarterbacks can't throw the ball 50 yards. And the other thing I don't like is if the thing is, well, are they looking at it this time? Remember we had that one where they weren't looking, they just knew to stop? At least this time he looked. But I like how the defender makes a better play on the ball than the wide receiver. But we gotta do something about that. I mean, overthrow him, throw it over to the sideline, or do. You can't. I'm trying to throw a one-on-one ball, and I can't even get a one-on-one because my wide receiver keeps running, and my D. Look at the DB. Look at this. They're running. My wide receiver keeps sprinting. The DB just instantly, no momentum, slow down, just instant stop. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're sprinting like this, you can't just, if you're sprinting like this, you're not stopping like that. The wind doesn't affect pass strength. It's been like this nonstop, man. I've done instant replays on this about 40 times. But I like how my guy keeps running, which he should naturally, but the defender is able to stop. His momentum should carry him forward. What should happen is momentum should carry him forward here because he couldn't stop in time, and the football lands at the behind my feet, like it lands like right here, right? Because your momentum, if you're running that fast, you're not stopping. And he doesn't even put his foot down or plant his foot to stop. He just instantly just gets like shut down. There's got to be some momentum there. I'm over that one. It's not raining, and it's made no difference, man. I've been in clear weather. It wasn't raining. There was no rain. It was raining the first game, but it never started raining there. If it was raining, I couldn't see any rain. I've had perfectly clear weather, and they throw it 45 yards. We're just gonna go on to the next. Defenders know where the ball's going to be. I feel like that too. I had that one clip that I broke down. I was going to post it on X, and I just ended up not doing it. Where they're both running, and I throw it, and they're both looking towards the end zone. The defender, without looking back, stops, turns around, and intercepts it. And the wide receiver kept looking that way. The defender had no way of seeing what was going on. Yeah, I definitely feel like defenders know what's going on. 100%. What did we change there? Did I leave this? I put this back. So if we want to, we can keep edges up. We could nerf defensive tackles a little. No. We're not going to change anything. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to play. I know that a lot of the online people are complaining about pass strength. It's really bad in Dynasty. The thing that I don't understand is why do we have a punt strength slider and a field goal strength slider, but we don't have a pass strength slider? Shouldn't we have one of those? If we have it for kicking. Just a thought. I mean, like, why why don't we have one? We can literally go jack our kickers up to punt power. They can kick 85, 90-yard field goals. I don't think there's ever been a throw power one. But there absolutely should be. If we're gonna have one. Yeah, if we're gonna have one for we're gonna have one for kicking and punting, why wouldn't we have one? And kickoff power too, for that matter. If we're able to mess with kickers' punt power and stuff, why can't we mess with quarterbacks? You can be on Twitch, you can be here, man. It's whatever you feel comfortable with.
We'll see if they're able to perform well here today. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup.
The throw power, well, shouldn't kicking depend on the kicking power too, though? Like, Michael, you says, I think maybe throw power depends on the player, no? Or is it a universal experience? You know, it depends on the player. Like, the more throw power, the further you can throw it, or the harder you can throw it. Maybe both. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if the throw power attribute impacts the quarterback's ability to throw it further or throw it with higher velocity. I really don't know. I really think we should have two, because both those are different things, right? How hard you can throw a football and how far you can throw a football are two different things. There's not a rating to reflect that, and if throw power covers both of them, we definitely need a slider for it.
More big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the.
I would ideally like if velocity is connected to throw power, I would prefer it to be adjusted. I would like that to be taken away. I would like them to be separate because here's why. If you separate the two, and you can have like your throwing distance, you know, whatever be the new term, and then throw velocity or whatever. Oh, good knockout. Then what you can do is you can have quarterbacks be able to throw it 65 yards, 70 yards, like most of them can. But then you can also reduce the velocity, and then you can actually control the trajectory on the throws a little bit more. So they can throw it far, they just can't get it there hard. They can't get it there as fast. Right? It's kind of like the old, people always ask, do you have a fast car? And they're asking the wrong question. Most cars can go 100 miles an hour, right? If you have a car, built in the last 20 years, that car can go 100 miles an hour. It goes fast once it's at 100 miles an hour. What matters is how quickly it can get to 100 miles an hour. But people always ask, do you have a fast car?
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game.
So that's what I'm saying. You can throw it far, but how hard you can throw it, how far you can throw it are two different things.
Don't make the big mistakes.
Back to pass.
There we go.
Grabbed in the middle. It's
Cleared it out.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
They should. So I would love to have. I mean, if they took the time to rebuild overalls, redo player attributes, man. I think there's a lot of ratings that could get cut, but replaced with new ones, and then also just rebuild the ratings, like more transparency, like what ratings do what. You know what I mean? But we've had the same ratings in the game for 20 years, with the exception of a few that have come and gone, right? We've had the confidence rating go away. We've had the swagger rating go away. There's a couple ratings that have left, and the only new one that's been added really is change of direction.
Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The inside. It's Powell.
We'll take what we can get
They'll
there.
give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Bring in the heat. Intercepted. They were back in their own end and they stopped the drive. And a big return.
That one's not on me.
I go.
Oh my, okay. Nice hands, feet.
Got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
So my thing with varsity football is that it looks really good in the one or two player things out there. Like when they show the one player moving around, or like, you know, two, like throwing to the wide receivers and stuff like that. It looks good. When they had some gameplay drop to where it was like actual like 7-on-7s or something like that, it didn't look. It didn't look as good as the other stuff. Let's just put it that way. And I think that's a fair assessment to say. Like getting one player moving around the field looking good is one thing. Getting two players moving around the field looking good is one thing. There, we got it back. Getting 22 players to move and interact on the field together in a way that makes sense, that's challenging. Oh, it was a free play.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent.
Oh.
You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped
Forgot.
after the quarterback.
By the way, guys, offsides is at 53. False starts at 70. So if we're seeing a bunch of offsides, I mean, all right, coach, we're not going to run a 4-3 when they're out here in a 3-yard receiver set. Let's just get personnel matched up nicely, huh?
And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had
Yo,
to chuck it.
I mean, they're a better team. They're 77. We didn't even look at their offensive line yet. Let's do that before we look at this replay. I don't know if you guys saw this replay. There's a lot of really good on this replay from our pass rush, right? We know what our defensive end is. Defensive line, I should say. 82 left tackle, 76 left guard, 74 center, 76 right guard, 73 left tackle. So a much better offensive line than East Carolina's. And again, we don't have a single player over 80 on our D-line. So first thing, look at what happens right here. Just takes him out. That is awesome. Then we have the double team on the other defensive tackle. Look at our edge rushers. This is what we were missing. That first matchup against East Carolina when we were testing some stuff out, we made a little bit of a change. Look at this. We get one-on-ones. Still a good pocket. You got the running back here to help out. Look at him drive into the pocket. That's what matters to me. This is what matters to me. I don't need him to break free. I don't need him to shed this. Him pushing backwards is collapsing the pocket. It's going to force a throw. And then we look at this guy over here. He pushes upfield, works his way inside, and goes and gets a hit on the quarterback. That was absolutely beautiful. How long did this take in like real time? 1, 2, 3. Like 3.5? I mean, that was awesome.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time
Cover
to feel
3,
comfortable.
Tampa
He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Oh, shit. We were there.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline.
I want to blitz. I want to blitz.
The running back to the receiver, and they were able to
bring a guy
to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He lost one.
Took a deep shot. Oh my! Oh, he mossed the hell. He mossed the hell out of him.
And man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Paul.
We were there. Any quarterbacks got hit right as he went there. Pressure's feeling good this game. That was beautiful, man. DB makes a play. Too short. I mean, there's so much to like here. First, I want to make sure we did turn off. Yeah, we turned it off. So they did that with the AI thing turned off. Oops. So that still happens. DB's in great position. Look at the height difference, though. DB jumps too early. Mossed him. We're going to clip that. That was pretty gnarly.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive.
I have the band playing.
And they close the deal for
I have the band audio on. I don't know why.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little.
That last interception was not my fault.
Mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes.
Nope, not starting Dynasty to the part 2 of their fix that they announced is coming.
I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive.
I'm waiting.
What made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this.
Oh, there we go.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through.
Oh, you blocked him into my guy, you dummy.
Let's call that one again.
We're on the screen.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Back to pass. It's Mendoza. Got it behind the line. It's Hosley. The defense wouldn't let him loose.
They played that really well.
They lost yardage. They made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be
I do not like this. I do not like this one bit. Hot route. You go deep.
From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot.
Love it if I could get it there. I mean, that was the throw I wanted. If I could have got the ball further down the field, that's a catch. It doesn't make a difference. Pump power was, they said they addressed it in the patch on Thursday.
So I would recommend to him,
all right,
stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense
got orange cream today.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field.
Tastes so good, man. Like an orange creamsicle.
Back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's 4. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And man, you gotta
that's unreal.
corner, willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him.
Man, pass rush is looking really good. Get rid of it.
Under pressure.
You didn't get rid of it.
He goes at the 33.
I do wish they'd fix that camera angle a little bit here. Like, why didn't it follow the quarterback? You know what I mean? Like, he runs to the sideline, and the camera just stopped. Like, here it goes with him, but in the game it stopped. I think there's a glitch with the wide camera angle. It should go with him. They need to address that. But look at this pass rush. I mean, it looks really good here. Forces him outside the pocket. He has nowhere to go with this.
Impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Oh, we're going to audible too.
Wants to throw. It's Warren. Makes the grab on the left.
Yep.
They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see.
Yep. All right. Let's actually haven't looked at the CPU punts yet. This is our first look. Let's pay attention here.
Time today, they've been forced to punt.
Punted it from the 25. From the 25 to the 10.
Here's the return. He did a great job.
It doesn't look like it's fixed, man. The ball went from the 25-yard line. And it was caught at the 12. Well, 25 to 10, that's 40. That's 55. No. Is that 55 yards? 53-yard punt? Is that technically a 53-yard? That doesn't seem right. No. I'm off. 63-yard punt. 63-yard punt. That's a boom, man. That's a boom. What's the win like? That's a great question, Big Round. I wish I could tell you. Anybody know how we can see what the win's like in the game? I've been asking for this for like 2 or 3 years. Why do we only know what the wind's like when we're kicking a field goal? And we don't even know it until we go out there to kick it. Why can't I see wind during a play call screen or somewhere on here? Like, we should be able to know what the wind's like at all times. I have no idea what the wind is.
Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up second.
I understand punts count. Well,
Plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm.
punts count from the line of scrimmage. So then it was really, so he's at 63, so it was really like a 55-yard punt then.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of
Adam, I 1,000% agree with you. I will argue with people about this game being good. Gameplay. I will literally argue with people. There's obviously little things with the gameplay here and there. That's to expected, man. That's to be expected. But I will argue with people about how good this gameplay is.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Holding. It's coming back. Shoot. Well, speed parity ain't going to fix that. If you think that, though, have you actually ever gone in and looked at the difference in speed and acceleration? But speed parity impacts both the user and the CPU, so it wouldn't really change anything. What difficulty are you playing on, Critical? Oh, man.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza.
Oh, okay, come on. I run into my own guy. I was looking down the field to see if I wanted to throw. All right, see, how far behind the line of scrimmage are they here? 10? Well, from where he actually kicks it. Yeah, about 10 yards. Okay, so it's like a 53-yard punt.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line.
Well, even then, once we factor in the punt being counted from the line of scrimmage, which I understand that. That is true. It was like a 53-yard punt.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they want to...
I would agree with you on that, Critical. I 100% agree with you on that. There's certain people who want to play on Heisman no matter what. They want to challenge no matter what, and that's perfectly fine. If I have a good team, I want to beat a team worse than me.
Running inside. It's 4.
Like 9 times out of 10. I understand upsets happen.
I think there's a couple schools of thought.
But I definitely want to feel like my team is better when they are. And you just don't really feel like that on Heisman.
But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football.
Oh, should have pitched it, guy.
Let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
No more stupid stuff here. We had a big play called back from a holding. We had another big play. My wide receiver was wide open. We were about to be first and goal, and he just dropped it, and the defender just intercepted it off the drop. We just had some bad luck.
Holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
BV, I agree with you, man. It doesn't really make any sense, does it? Because yeah, if the kick is missed, the team gets the ball from where the field goal was attempted, not the line of scrimmage. Good blocks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want a big play, man. I want a big play. I got to pound the rock with Georgia Tech. I know, but I want a big freaking pass play. I've had 2 of them stolen from me. Oh no. We'll run the ball here. I think we only have one draw play in the whole playbook, and we're going to use it right now. One draw. I got to build my playbook for NDSU, man. Hey, and I've got to ask you guys a question here. I got to ask you guys a serious question. It's about Madden. Because I'm already starting to think about the team I want to use for my franchise in Madden, right? I still haven't figured it out. I want your guys' opinion on this. We've had some conversations about this previously, but I had an idea kind of pop into my head. So I want your guys' opinion. So here's the teams that I'm currently considering for my franchise in Madden. In no particular order. Hold on, let me run this play.
From the gun, wants to pass.
All right, the Browns, the Jets, the Saints. The Dolphins.
He could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble.
The Titans. There we go. Those are the 5. Those are the 5. And the Jets did just drop new all-white uniforms that are pretty sweet. But I saw this post on X the other day talking, it was from a Steelers account or something like that, or I don't know what it was. I don't remember. But it got me thinking, what do you guys think of this? Take the Jets
up that first down.
and swap him out for a team builder team.
They'll move the tight end. Running the red zone. It's Ford.
And the team builder team
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get
is
to
the
rhythm.
Gotham
running game
Knights
is now
from
helping
Dark
them.
Knight
2
Rises.
straight punts on their previous 2 drives.
And you
This drive,
use
though,
you
they're having a little
build
bit more
jerseys of what they show in the
success.
uniform,
Big
right? It wouldn't be
reason
too
why is
hard.
this running
They
back
show
has been
the
able to
one set of
find some
jerseys, but you could
creases to
obviously it
run
wouldn't be that hard to
through.
flip
It's really
flop
helping
it
out
2
this
ways.
offense.
You could I want to do like an all black
Quarterback
and
run is
gray.
part of their game plan.
It's called the Dark Knight.
They threaten deep in the red zone.
The Dark Knight alternate or whatever. There's a couple alternates on there, but you'd be the Gotham Knights. So you'd still be in New York. They'd just no longer be the Jets. And I was like, man, I've never done something like that. That would be kind of cool. But obviously I need to make the jerseys and stuff like that. I wish the Madden Team Builder site was up. You can go do it right now.
Can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal.
I'm not using theirs. I hate the Cardinals jerseys.
They'll play it safe.
Well, the Gotham Knights was the actual name of the team in Dark Knight Rises. And they have that football scene, you know, in the stadium gets blown up.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the
You'd
middle,
be an
that
outdoor
obviously gives me
stadium.
some confidence down the road.
It's
I
in
can
New
trust
York,
this guy.
Gotham. It was the Gotham Rogues? I thought it was called the Gotham Knights. Was it the Gotham Rogues? I swear I looked it up and it was called the Gotham Knights. Maybe it was called the Gotham Rogues. Either way, you could still have an alternate be all black called Dark Knight Rises or something like that. I thought it was called the Gotham Knights. I swear when I googled to look at jerseys of it, it said Gotham Knights. I could definitely be wrong though. Hey, I don't know who said they don't get big plays.
The 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Oh, it was the Rogues. Damn it.
Lining up to add another.
Wonder if someone's already made a team builder for it. 3 mile an hour wind for those who are asking. Not anything.
With the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
Yo, Scoop, what's good, man? What do you think of the 2K information on Thursday? I mean, the same pre-order bonus as every year.
And it'll be a touchback.
No information, but pre-order. I think that's so stupid. Don't put out pre-order until you tell people what's in the game.
Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
Oh.
You gotta get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
I did just Google it, and there is Gotham. Now that I previously Googled Gotham Knights, and I didn't see anything. When I just did right now Gotham Rogues Team Builder, and someone has made them. I don't know how recently.
Almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell.
Need more info on 2K27. Looks like we're getting some on Tuesday though, right? The 28th, we'll get a trailer, which again, trailers tell us absolutely nothing. You pick and choose what you want out of plays and put it together. We need actual information, man.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best.
What's with the new slider? Still testing them while we wait for
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option.
wait for the dynasty patch to drop.
Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Red pass, it's complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get
You're about to turn transfers off completely. I thought it was better. I thought it was better, but maybe not. I don't know. Again, I haven't played around with it that much. I get all that information from other folks. I watch those videos. I make all this stuff. I don't got time to do all that stuff, you know.
And those plays from a defensive
I watch a lot of Jaden's videos.
Because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity.
Oh, good stop.
That's in their favor.
They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense.
No falling. I mean, there's some falling forward. It's not a ton, but the only hint was the second apron from my NBA. They literally posted my NBA, but I wouldn't be surprised if all they did was the apron and they didn't fix anything else.
The ball will come out to the 20. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. And it's on the guy behind center.
We gotta run the ball, someone said.
They thought they'd be able to
run the ball with Georgia Tech.
Game, but so far it has been a complete struggle. Turnover didn't help either. They've got to take care of the football. Using his legs, it's Hosley. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Just feeds the running back.
Being patient is the key.
It'll be enough for a first down.
Twix his transactions.
Over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight they wanted to force.
I mean, if they could fix the progression in 2K, it'd be great. You play one season, and the amount of 80 overalls damn near doubles. Oh my! Oh, okay, good hit.
They didn't get a push at
Good
all
hit.
on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Let's see who they're coming with here.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout.
Good coverage. Holy smokes.
Fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
How do you feel about this Georgia Tech playbook? I actually like it. It's got a really good balance of shotgun, but also a single back, instant replay. Not instant replay. Oh my god, you guys. It's got I formation. I do like that. So they showed, like, I didn't know where pressure was coming from, right? You got 6 guys at the line of scrimmage here, and they only brought 4. And I had nowhere to go with this. One thing I think EA needs to work on removing from the game here a little bit is this. So right here, I understand you got good coverage. But there's no way, if you're running with somebody, I mean, in real life, right? If you ever played football, it doesn't even matter if you played football or not. If you're running with somebody and you're right there next to them and they do a sharp in-breaking route, there's a delay to you being able to make that move. So the fact that he turns and he's just able to turn with them here and essentially run their route for him, I don't like this. Because you can't do this. Now, if they kept on running straight, I understand that's one thing. But as soon as there's a turn, he should get inside leverage, and now he's on the outside. He could still be covered, it'd be a tight throw, but he shouldn't be able to turn at the exact same time because he doesn't know my guy's turning. He has no idea this guy's going to go inside. There has to be a delayed reaction here. They ran into each other at the line of scrimmage. That kind of messed everything all up. Do we have any mods? I'm going to make someone of a mod real quick. Hold on. Pause. People are getting upgraded here. Shit. There we go. I don't know what mod just did that for me, but thank you. I'm just adding a couple extra just in case. Appreciate whoever just took care of that for me though. Ed says you throw the dig on that every time. I want to know what would have happened here had they not ran into each other. Right? Like that kind of screwed up the timing. And here's where it's interesting. So like on this one, look, he goes outside and he actually has to react to number 4. And he makes a good play, but he actually had to react and recover. So here's another one over here. Look at their number 4. He waits, sees the wide receiver, and again, that's the wide receiver cutting to the inside, and the DB's just like does no idea what's going on, looking straight ahead, and able to just run the route for him type of thing. Darth, can you get rid of the spam comment we're getting, please, from Fate Formula? So that's one thing I would like to see would be a little bit more react, and because what happens on both of those defenders were able to just mirror their route precisely. That's when it starts to feel like psychic DBs. And then you had this guy come down, and that's the other thing too is this is not how defenders play this in real life. He won't come down and sit in his shorts right here because that allows him to technically make a move. Like he could just turn and cut up the field right here and be gone. He's going to protect it a couple yards away and give up the 1 or 2 yards, or he can break when the ball's passed, whatever. So they come and sit down on this in the flat, not really realistic here. But yeah, it really looked like a lot of route mirroring there. Yeah, and I would almost bet that the play recognition, I mean, we'll see what it is here. 0 and 4 for the CPU. This is on All-American. They never turn their head, and they don't know what's going on. So that's where it feels like there's psychic DB, not reaction. There's got to be a reaction. That's the whole point of having those plays is, where are we at? Looking for the will? There we go. 0. Someone told me in on Twitter yesterday or the day before where I was talking about the ratings thing, and how it sucks that I have to scroll through all these ratings that are irrelevant. And he's like, you don't have to do that anymore. Why am I looking at juke move, ball carrier move for a freaking linebacker? Why am I looking at route? He says, no, they switched it this year. Now you see all the attributes that matter to him right away. The hell they do. Why the hell am I having to go through all these ratings on a linebacker to get to what I want to see? if I mean I'm saying he told me they fixed it this year. No, they didn't. That's what I'm saying. It would be really nice if EA did adjust this to where you only see the ratings that matter for the position you're looking at. His 87 pursuit doesn't matter. Player recognition is an 84. 84 is fairly high. They did put blocking in for the OL, just not the rest of the positions. And then we're looking at corner number 4. .73 play recognition. Hold on. I haven't looked at offensive linemen very much, so when I do, it's just their overall, so I didn't see. Break tackle, trucking, change of direction, ball carrier vision, stiff arm. Is it fixed on depth chart? We're in depth chart. It looks to be the exact same. I don't know. Well, depth chart's where it matters.
They have not been able to protect this guy, and
In my
it's
opinion.
affected him. He has not looked very accurate moving forward.
That's where people look at stuff the most, is in depth chart. That's where they go to set stuff, you know, make changes. All right, we're looking good blocking wise here. They got this locked up. We're not picking this first down up.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Holy shit, how far did I just punt that?
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce kept.
From the 36? Okay. The 36. Okay. I think punt's in a good spot at 50. 60. Holy shit. 60. No, I gave him credit for a 64-yard punt. No, because it went touchback. That's why. I just punted it 64 yards on punt power 50.
It'll be a touchback. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this.
You can't
lead
test
the
versus an
last time
FCS
they
school,
had it,
man.
Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that.
Do you mean you only
momentum.
had
That
2
was
sacks?
working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree.
But you're never going to learn anything against the FCS school.
The situation of the game, you're still winning.
That's
You
why I
got the
always
football
swap them
back.
out.
Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Delayed handoff. It's Ford. A confident.
Were you getting pressure on the quarterback, or?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. Finding some room.
Okay, nice stiff arm.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged
Yeah,
it
so
out
you
to
sacked the
32.
quarterback twice, but it was just you.
Stanford quickly to the
Did you
line.
put in what I changed on stream, though?
Job in the open field, breaking
Because the
off
pressure's
long
getting good. I
run,
mean,
and they're not gonna
you
just
can
take
get
their
pressure
time
and not always
to
have
get the
sacks.
next
If you're getting
play.
good
They're right
pressure,
back
though,
at the line of scrimmage.
we're getting good
Tempo.
pressure on this quarterback, man.
And the physical play there
I
forces
like where the pressure's at
incompletion
right
on
now.
first
Like,
down.
look at this, you guys. I think we need to figure out something for coverage a little bit, but at the same time, they're getting some people open. So I don't really know. But look at this. Look at the pocket. I mean, he's got to get rid of that ball. Look at this. That defense puts a spin on that guard. He's coming through. And the edge on the other side spinning. I mean, we're collapsing the pocket, you guys.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay?
And they are
Prima
too.
donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
BV, you can learn that your sliders aren't sliding. I don't know what you mean by that. Good tackle. I've been doing them on stream, man. Just go back to shit before this game. I switched. I don't even remember what I switched. I have linebacker changed, and I have defensive. I think I did linebacker 35-65 and defensive tackle 40-80. I think that's what's different from what you have for the beta set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Running inside. It's Ford. Nice move to keep running. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from
Cool, man. Let me know.
Timeout is called by
I think that's the only thing that I changed.
first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Here's the pressure.
Good coverage. Pickett. Oh, I thought he dropped it. House call this. House call this. We're house calling. We're breaking away. We are celebrating. Let's go. I thought he dropped that. We're going to instant replay that. I thought he swatted it down and then he caught it.
You're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a
Joe
play.
Gaming
Catches
says,
the ball in
why
the end zone,
even struggling with
taking it,
right sliders,
taking
why
it.
you should
No,
pick
sir.
your,
I'm
mine
taking this thing
over
all
ChatGPT
the
or
way
Matt 10.
back, 100 yards
Well,
to the
ChatGPT is
house.
someone who
What a
made a
play.
slider set. So that ball glitched into his hand. As someone who made a ChatGPT slider set last year, one I never played with, by the way, what I can tell you is ChatGPT just pulls sliders from around the internet and then averages them together. So you're just getting the same as on Operation Sports, the community slider set, where they just averaged what everybody was doing. That's what happens there, because ChatGPT doesn't really have any other way of figuring out what slider would make sense, right? It can't test it. So it just looks and sees what everybody else is doing, and then it'll kind of give you an average of that. So that's number one. Number two, as far as Matt 10 goes, Matt 10 makes really good sliders. However, they're on... He does a different method than me. So he makes good sliders, but he... Hold on, we're going to look at this. Oh, it was deflected. And then... Okay, so it hit his hands. He dropped it. And then caught it off of his own deflection. I mean, it was a little bit of a glitch, but whatever. Whatever. We'll take it. So Matt 10 does sliders a little bit different than me. He mostly he does do the same thing with me as penalties impact gameplay. And he's come out with a video where he said that he's done some testing and it does impact gameplay. And so he does similar things with me, with penalties are more for gameplay stuff. So we're on par for that. Where we're different is I use auto subs for gameplay. He uses actually the player and CPU sliders, which is how I used to make sliders through Madden 24. I switched to this new way for College Football 25, Madden 25, and that's where I'm on now. The big difference between mine and his, because he's pretty much always on the highest difficulty, I varied up. 25 for College Football and Madden, I was on All Pro. Last year, I was on All Madden and Heisman. This year, I'm back on All American, and I'll be on All Pro on Madden as well. But he's always on the highest difficulty. He uses player and skill sliders to create his slider set, where I leave those. This is the first year I've ever pretty much left them all at 50. Previously, I've always only changed like 1 or 2 of them and tried to keep them as most on 50 as possible. And what I did change, the CPU got the same change, right? So if I dropped, I think last year I dropped quarterback accuracy. If I had it at 25 for the user, it's at 25 for the CPU as well. If I adjusted pass coverage, the CPU and the user got the exact same one. Here's why. When you adjust the player rating slider or the player slider or the CPU slider, you're really just manipulating the player ratings, right? If you drop the quarterback accuracy slider, you're lowering the accuracy ratings for the CPU or the user, whichever one you're doing, right? Does he do both? I always just see him mostly do Heisman. I know that's the biggest one he talks about. Either way, the difference between the two is when you adjust the player slider, if you increase your pass blocking, you're basically boosting your players' ratings. And if you nerf a slider, you're nerfing your players' ratings. Same for the CPU. And so if you want ratings to matter, it doesn't make sense to nerf those ratings. You think about every single slider that's in the game, they all correlate to a player rating, right? So if we're talking if we're talking just the pass accuracy slider, right? We only have one pass accuracy slider, but guess what it's going to impact? It's going to have an impact on short throw accuracy, medium throw accuracy, deep throw accuracy, throwing on the run, throwing under pressure. It's going to have an impact on these ones right here. Every single one of these are going to get, we don't know what it's modified by. We don't know that percentage, but we know that you're basically just nerfing your quarterback's accuracy ratings or the CPU's accuracy ratings. When you go to the next one down, wide receiver catching, well, what do you think that's going to impact, right? That's going to impact the catching ratings for every single player, all of the catching ratings, right? And you have your catching, you have your catch in traffic, your spectacular catch. Those three are impacted when you mess with the catch slider. All three of them. Go to run blocking. What do you think those impact? It's going to impact your run blocking and your impact blocking. You don't impact block on pass blocking. Impact block's that's a run blocking thing. So you'd have it's going to impact your run block power, run block finesse, your lead block, impact blocking. That's what happens when you mess with run blocking. Those get nerfed or boosted. Go down the line, right? What's after that? Pass blocking. We were just right here. It's going to impact your pass block power, pass block finesse. Those get impacted when you lower or increase pass blocking. When you continue online, tackling. Well, we know what there is for tackling, right? It's going to there's a slider for it, tackle slider. Now, what I don't know if tackle impacts the pursuit or not. I've never actually really tested that to know that if raising or lowering tackle messes with pursuit. Yeah, it's percentage based, but we just don't know what the percentage is. Okay, and then you can move on. So you have pass coverage. Well, I don't know, they got rid of it before, but previously you have pass coverage, which would be your man coverage and your zone coverage. And then you had what was it? You have your coverage and you have play recognition, right? Well, there's a slider for it right here. Or a rating for it right here. Ball security, we have that for carrying, right? What's coincidentally is we don't have a slider for pass rushing. So we don't have a slider that's going to impact a defensive power moves, finesse moves, block shedding. We don't have sliders for these, which is interesting. So to answer your question, the difference between Matt 10 and mine is he uses sliders that impact player ratings. I do not. And The reason I do not is because you have 138 different teams, or 32 in the NFL, all of which have different ratings attached to them. And if you're globally doing a rating adjustment, right, that's going to be felt differently depending on who you test with. So, for example, let's just say you have quarterback accuracy for the user set to 25. Well, if you're playing with Texas and Arch Manning, or whoever else is rated high, Oregon quarterback, I forgot his name already, they have their high overalls. That minus 25 is going to feel a hell of a lot different than when you're playing down with a quarterback rated in the 70s. You know what I mean? And so it causes the constant slideritis, in my opinion, because you have 138 teams, you're applying a global ratings edit to every single one of them, and because there's so many teams, you know, it's just impossible. Again, that's why when I did it, I made sure that the user and the CPU got the exact same. So if I'm doing a buff to run blocking, which we wouldn't in this year's game, I'm given the exact same. If I was to say run blocking needs to be like last year, running was bad for the CPU. It was strong for the user. But let's just say hypothetically, if I'm going to give CPU a run blocking to 60, user it has to get the same thing. That way the ratings scale, and it's the same. Dante Moore, thank you. So that's the difference between his and mine. So typically, I think his method, and again, as someone who used to do that method for a decade, it is way harder, way more challenging, and then you constantly, oh my god, I don't know what I just did. I just did that. And you're constantly finding, you'll see updates, -1, -2 to this rating, +2, +3 this one. And it's like, you're constantly -2, -3, +3, -4, like these small little changes to all the different sliders. And I understand it. I did it. It's the most frustrating thing. And then it's like, how did you know that the -2, +3 was worth it? Like, oh, we got him finally. Let's go. That's our second one. Pass rush is feeling really good, you guys. Those changes we made. The reason I go this method is because, number one, I feel like it works really well, and it's also more consistent. Way more consistent. Because you're leaving player ratings alone. What a shot. Yeah, but it's not a -10. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat here. Darth, no, Power says, is updating the slider of pass accuracy basically global edit, so 10? No, it's basically, we don't know for sure, but we know it's definitely not -10, right? Because people were playing with pass accuracy on 0 last year from the quarterback, and they were still throwing dots. It's a modifier, right? So, I don't know what it is, but let's just say that each 1 point you go down is like a 0.25 of a rating. You know what I mean? You believe there always need to be top tier teams? I go in the middle. I feel like the middle gives me the best balance. Get him. Let's go. Yo, you guys, this pass rush is awesome. So if you used to build your own sliders, you recommend I build on auto subs too? I mean, I don't give out my formula. Not a lot of, I guess that's not true. I have told some people it and how I use it, and like 1 or 2 others have figured it out who've done the testing. I kind of don't divulge that information. If you want to invest the time to test and figure out what the auto subs do, we got time out to burn. Might as well do it. You can, if you end up dropping a slider set, all I would recommend or ask that you do is be like, if you go the route of auto subs and you figure it out and you drop a slider set, all I would say is I would recommend or ask that you say shout out to Simgamingnetwork for recommending this path. I'm using a different slider set, but I'm using the methodology. That's all I would,
Man, so
you
many
know.
more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Pass rush is feeling really good. I mean, we had 1 sack, and in that last drive where they're throwing it a lot because of the time, we got 2 more. So now we're at 3. But the pass rush is really good. What we need to look at is coverage. But again, they're not having an issue with coverage. Maybe my wide receivers aren't that good. I guess I haven't even looked.
On the ground inside. It's Hosley. Found a little bit of running room on that.
How's my wide receivers? An 82. I mean, not anything special. Not anything special.
Brought down and the clock continues to run. First half in the book. I'll join Kevin Connors in our
All right.
halftime
Pick 6 kept us in this game. But anyway, Joe Gaming, I would say, did you use Matt 10's Heisman sliders or All-American? And then tell me what you didn't like about it, or why you felt like they weren't for you. And tell me who else has you used on Operation Sports, I'm guessing.
And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game on the farm.
And we know what's going on with the Sims stuff, man. We know what's going on with the Sims stuff.
But also elusive speed, and that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
All right.
Thanks for that halftime.
What's our... I don't normally look at stats too much at halftime because it can change, but we're going to take a look here. We can't throw the ball. Holy shit. We have 19 yards passing. My God. We have a 79-yard run. So you take away the 79 yard, if I could talk. That's 21 plus 14 is 35. 35 yards if you take away that, and we would have 7 attempts for 35, which is exactly 5 yards per carry. So that's okay. And they're at 5 yards a carry too. Take away their 24-yarder, and they're down to 34. 10 for 34, they're at 3.2 without that one. But either way, let's get this pass game going, man. Build always in Dynasty mode. It plays differently. Main menu does not play the same.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to
It
get out
can
to
play
the
completely different.
18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Catching up with the Yellow Jackets head coach.
You always look at other people's slider sets to get like a base and idea. I mean, that's essentially, Darth, what you're talking about is essentially just doing the ChatGPT sliders, man. I would almost recommend, if that's the way you build sliders and run sliders, I would recommend that that's how you, that's the route that you go with, is hang on to that. Thank you. That you do what I did last year and talk to ChatGPT. Now, you got to tell it what difficulty you're looking for. You have to be very specific. It's not just like, give me sliders, right? You have to be like, I want sliders for this difficulty level. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. You have to tell it, and then you want it to tell it why it's recommending the slider to you. So like if it tells you to set something at a certain rating or a certain setting, let's just say interceptions at 35. make sure in your prompt you include, I want an explanation
And you've really
of
seen
why
the
you're
evolution of tight
recommending
ends, man. These guys are no
this.
longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line.
I
They're
feel you,
more like
man. I haven't played in a
receivers.
couple
They
days
love it when
either.
the quarterback gets it out of his hands and
I
they
didn't play
just
Friday,
launch.
didn't play
They
Thursday.
can make plays, they can run people over, they can
That's why I was like, we're doing a stream today. But what I did do, guys, yesterday, I mean, I made not yesterday, 2 days ago. I made. I'm trying to continue to upgrade my. But you got to stop the run first. Oops, wrong side. My quality for you guys. So I was making an outro video. A little 30-second outro. So when we end the stream today, don't, oh, good blocks. Don't just stop right away. You did like the ChatGPT one last year. I heard a lot of people liked it. I never played with it. I did that for everybody else. That wasn't for me thing. Like me, I gotta rep what I make. But I always want to give people options. So that's what I did. Go get there. I tried diving for it. 4th and inches, we're going for this. There's no way we're not going for this.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't have ran a trap play there. Maybe we should have just made it a little bit more just straightforward. We did get our passing game going a little bit there on that drive, though.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
All right, let's get a stop here.
He won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup,
Mid blitz. Ultra aggressive. Pressed up. Oh! Great play call.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away.
Way to knock that out.
For him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
And both of these defenses, man,
cover 2, we're going to cover 3 sky. You know what I haven't done?
Limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make a
stunt
play,
yet.
the defense has been consistently
Oh my, ran right at it.
And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Bethlehem, the ChatGPT sliders came out in January.
If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up.
I mean, they still had like 3 patches after that.
Comes after them, 3rd and short from the 45.
Oh, good oh man. Yo, I like how we have the pass rush right now.
I like a nice quick decision by your quarterback. See what the defense is doing. And again, know where that yellow line is. Go get to it and get the first down.
It's feeling solid.
Moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the counter.
There we go. That's all me.
There was
Let's go.
Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've
cover
got to be able
3.
to pin those
So
interior
here, let's run a little
stunt
on the outside.
and that led to the tackle for loss.
End of the college season, but not the end of the cycle. They still made. They were still updating the game. They were still making. I mean, what did they? Their last update was in April.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus
Right?
on it enough. But how important those 5
Or right
guys are
before.
up front. To
That's
get
what I
on those
thought you meant when you
defensive
said end of
linemen,
the
to try
cycle.
to move them out of the way, to
Typically,
get
I
them
associate end of the
going.
cycle when they
It
stop
squarely
dropping
falls on the shoulder of those 5
title
offensive
updates.
Looking for a man. It's Warren.
Yeah, they got to fix that camera a
Ended
little
up
bit, man.
going
It sticks.
backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Offense here just trying to outflank the defense on third down, trying to get the ball to their running back on the perimeter, but nice job tackling in the open field by the defense to now set up fourth down.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
Pinned us deep, all
And
right.
That is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon.
We would've run
That
this
was
side.
A moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
On the move, it's Hosley. Give him a pickup of 2, now second and 8.
I'm just happy to get the 2 yards there because they were filling that side really well.
Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Making side adjustments here.
Here we go. We'll take 10.
He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard
From these slants.
line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win.
Oh, they're all inside leverage here.
This time he wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might
Had
as well hold
him.
on to the ball.
Got absolutely smacked.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
I better hand this off. Let's just get a couple more yards here, ideally for a third down.
The run inside. It's Hosley. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And a nice job by the running back finding space,
Ooh.
getting down.
I form H tight. I need to remember that.
Great job finishing
I
the
want
pass.
this play for when I make my playbook for NDSU.
For third and short from their own 23.
I need to flip this around. Need to block him. I want this play for my playbook. I form H tight. No! I audibled to the other side. He didn't go there.
He'll lose 6 on the play.
January 29th was the last patch. Are you sure there wasn't one after that?
The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team on.
There wasn't any sort of update after that?
A lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight.
There were cut updates, not patches? Well,
He'll field
nothing
the
that
punt, try to make a
impacted...
big play.
Nothing that
This guy is a
impacted
return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return.
user
Gets
versus
a little bit
CPU.
of ground
But
clearance.
either way, that patch came out after
Stanford has it back,
the
Cardinal
ChatGPT
offense
sliders.
returning to the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on
The
that
ChatGPT
play.
sliders came out mid-January.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job.
But
by
I
the
mean,
defense,
but yeah,
showing their
after a
strength,
bunch of
blowing up,
updates.
stuffing the run.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second
All right.
down. That brings up third down.
We're going to put a
Nice
spy
job
on
by
this
the
guy. We're going to run this
quarterback
cover
getting the ball out of his
2.
hands quickly on that RPO. He saw
with a
something
spy.
he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking downfield, it's Warren. Pressure coming. Got his man on the right. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
All right.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15.
Let's test this
Georgia
counter.
Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Oh,
Gets
ran
it
into him.
out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
We'll take the 4.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
He's good.
Back to pass. He'll take the deep
Did I get
shot.
there? Overthrew him.
And it's incomplete.
Shucks.
Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I hope they don't expand it to more teams. I mean, how many teams can you have in the playoffs? They already have more playoff teams than the actual NFL. I don't think we need to have that many teams in the playoff. I just don't. I felt like eight was good. But they do have a shit ton of teams. So 12, 16. The thing is that, well, let's give it a couple more years to see how much NIL balances. I threw a pick. To see how much NIL balances out the talent. Because before NIL, we know that there's really only 5 teams each year out of all 130 that could truly compete for a title. NIL could definitely change that. We just need more time to see.
Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm.
Well, I don't know if they never actually said you're referring to the sliders for Road to Glory. The XP sliders for Road to Glory. They never said that they were coming back. People just assumed that it was coming back.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Because the logic would tell you, oh, nice move. The logic would tell you why remove them. Or why remove the paid option. But then not bring that back. It just doesn't make any sense. But they never said they were bringing them back. It was just assumed. Oh, good run, which is why assuming is always dangerous.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Oh, my. Holding, coming back, let's go. About time they got one. Except.
Penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down.
Let's go here.
With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still second down. Back to throw, it's Warren. Somehow fits it into that traffic. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse.
3rd and 15. We'll run this little Tampa 2. Give him a little stunt. Never mind. Quarter break.
After 3 periods of play, and these 2 running backs have gone head to head. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
No, I want to be in dime. Tampa 2. And with the right exit 2 man.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Movement on the
false start.
Ha!
Back it on up further.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
We'll run a little palms here now.
Tight game like this one late, and those types of mistakes can just crush you. Let's see what they've got on 3rd and long.
All right, just no stepping up and running for 20 yards here.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
Deep shot, swat it. Let's go.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Georgia Tech sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches.
I want to get the ground game or the pass game going, but
there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's
Okay.
missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that,
All
Harley.
right. I'm going to keep testing slants because I was told that they were OP. I've thrown a pick on one, and then the other one, he got lit up. It was a hospital ball.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Gonna try to
Get
get
down.
it himself. Able to get just
There was good coverage there.
sliding to avoid the hits.
They were in a zone, though.
The experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket.
See, cover three.
Nothing's open, and he doesn't panic.
We'll run stick.
He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't.
Tight end
He's able to
should
attack
be
that
sitting right
space with
there.
his speed and get a positive play.
Third down play from the gun.
I waited too long.
Good effort, but he's gonna
We're
come
going
up
for
a
this.
little bit short. It'll be
Nah,
fourth
hell
down
no.
and one.
I mean, good news here. They get the
We're going for
completion.
this.
Bad news, though.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to keep the
Oh my God. Okay.
He's not gonna get there.
Slants are OP versus man, not so much versus zone.
And stopping him behind the line.
Yeah, I mean that makes definitely makes sense to be more successful against man than zone.
In the second half, in these ball games,
I never audible to slants or hot route to slants. Someone just told me they were hot routing the slants and they were spamming them. See if you couldn't stop it. I'm like, what? I don't know. I guess if you know that slants can be abused, don't do it. I only ever run slant. Like, I hardly ever run slants. You guys see me? I've always felt like slants have been overpowered. Like, always. Not just this year. And I don't call slants very often because of that. And I certainly don't hot route to it. But someone told me that, and I was like, well, let me just test it and see how bad it is. But again, of course, if it's, you really got to test it versus a man look. Which with coverage cells and stuff like that, you really just, you never know when you're going to get that opportunity to test it versus man.
They'll run play action.
Good pressure, good throwaway.
Good job to toss that
I will ask you this, Bethlehem. I know you were making it clear at the start of the stream that you didn't like the defensive tackles, how they were looking. How are they looking now? Made a little bit of a change.
Coming from the 27-yard line, you can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Looking to pass. It's Warren. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella.
Oh my.
Not enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this pass.
I had a feeling.
He's open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone.
I can't use mods because I'm on PS5, Magic.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO.
And if I ever get to the point where I'm able to buy a PC that can run, because I'll be honest with you guys, if I get a gaming PC, I'm going to want one that can run it at like, maybe not max settings, but like very, like the next step down. You know what I mean? Which again, I don't think makes sense to buy right now until the next console generation comes out.
Man, I love this offense being able to run.
I think that's when it would make sense to buy. Maybe the price of computers will go down. I know RAM has drove prices up. I have 24 extra gigs of RAM chilling in this PC that I'll just take out. I don't need RAM. All right, cover one robber. We are going to force. We want to commit outside. Oops, no. Shit. It worked out. I hit the wrong freaking stick. Anyways, I wouldn't get a gaming PC until we see what the new consoles are doing. I know PC's always ahead, but, you know, you'd want to get it, you know, decent ahead. And then I would want to, I would just use, like, cosmetic mods. You know, gear, overlays, you know, things like that. So I can make sliders that translate for everybody. I can't even move him. Again, I don't understand the play clock stuff.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game.
Why
as he's got the first down.
so little time
Move the sticks on the run.
after a
Let's see
change
what
of
they do
possession?
with this one.
It's still there. It's just not that often. But at the same time, do me a favor, Chase. Can you Google how often face mask is called in college football? In NFL, it's hardly called anymore. Ever since they got rid of incidental face mask, which is what was always called, and it's just a 15-yarder, there's so few face mask penalties. You only paid $2,400 for around your. That's a lot.
But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
On the move to the right.
Make the play. Let's go. We got that one. Came back for it. But so face mask is lowered right now, but I've still, it's not every single game, but I'm still seeing it, even though it's lowered. It actually, I was really nervous about lowering it because I wanted to have the calls, because we don't get a lot of DPI, we don't get illegal block in the back this year, doesn't get called. We know that there's just a lot of stuff that's just not called, that's called every Saturday. So I was nervous about losing face mask.
Using his feet.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
But it is still, horse collar tackles are called more than face masks. Yeah, probably. I don't know the data on that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Less than once per game on average per team. There you go. So if you get one every other game, you're sitting.
Running inside. It's Hosley.
You're sitting pretty.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the six, but
And that's kind of where it is.
Man,
It
this
is
is more
felt.
of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't
What do I want to
expect that
call
they'll
here? I
change
want to be.
much
I want to
do
be in the
with this
pistol.
offense, because every time they give
Want to
it
be in
him,
the full
he's chewing
house.
up some yards, and good things are happening.
They should be in
So
man
now the
coverage here.
opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead.
They got this. This dude's dropping in coverage. That edge on the left side there, he's gonna drop in coverage.
To the
No, he
air,
blitzed.
It's Mendoza. Finds his man. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Can the D
But
defend
I'm
him
still
on
seeing them.
second
That's
and
what I will tell you is I'm still seeing face mask even at the new setting. Just not 3-4 every single game.
they'll run it.
Walked in. Big Rich on Twitch. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Appreciate you. Says, hey, what's up, brother? So I got College Bowl 27 last night. I have a question. Are your sliders and settings in the vault? I'll answer that. I'm going to continue reading, but I'll answer no. You have to watch the video. You'll see why when you watch the video. Do you have settings and sliders for varsity or All-American? They are on All-American. But yeah, they're not uploaded in the vault. When you watch the slider video, you will understand why they're not uploaded to the vault. But they're on All-American, and if All-American's too tough, you should just be able to swap it down to varsity. No other changes.
SGN Nation has a new recruit. Welcome to the ranks.
It's DPI. DPI or roughing the passer. It's one of the two. Yo, Ron. Welcome to SGN Nation, man. Appreciate you. Pass interference. There we go. Yeah, except.
And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover.
And now we're going to toss it.
Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his two-point conversion attempt.
But we gotta make sure he gets blocked. I tried diving.
Gonna make it. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal.
Is there anything to the cut tackles have a severe impact on wear and tear? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone.
I mean, to me, it would make more sense that it would be like the hit stick.
Stanford's offense heads out.
I know impact blocking does. Impact blocking has a big impact on wear and tear.
Now to put something together to go back on top late. Pulls it fired complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Back it on up. Let's go. They've got 2 holdings, a false start, and a DPI now.
A very productive play.
This half.
Wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
We have a holding
Offense in a bunch formation.
and an offsides. No roughing the passers yet.
He's going to run it, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of it.
A lot of people are saying cut stick tackles are causing a ton of wear and tear. I mean, I like where I have my wear and tear at, man. Everything's looking good. We're in the 4th quarter. Everyone's out here. We'll look at our offense. And my running backs got the ball like damn near 20 times.
Back to pass on 2nd down.
Oh, thought he was going to run it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Haven't had any issues.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen.
Oh, why do we drop so far? Why are we dropping so far on that?
That wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better
I understand it's
way
cover 2,
than
but holy
converting on
shit,
3rd
why are we
down?
dropping
Awesome
so
job
far?
by the quarterback getting through his progression.
We don't need to be 10 yards off the line of scrimmage there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Get him. Let's go. Number 4.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also
They only need 3.
Use his hands and use his
I
speed
missed
to
that.
beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
The Cardinal
Tavon, yeah, we're addressing that, my guy. Don't worry.
2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going to throw it over the top of the knee.
There we go. Way to swat that away in 27.
For the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd.
Well, I only want him to come up on that one play. You know, you know what I mean?
No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
We'll back off. We'll be conservative. It's 3rd and 22. There we go. 4th and 16. We'll take that. And we'll take the punt. We'll check our offense, right? We know our quarterback, or our running back, excuse me, has had quite a few touches.
Let's see what he can do with it.
Has he had any cut sticks? I'm not sure, but I can tell you. What I can tell you. Oops. He's got 15 carries. And his wear and tear is that. And when we go hand it to him here, we don't even have to hand it to him, but we will. Wear and tear, he's full. I really like my wear and tear sliders I made this year. They were tested through 2 full seasons.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hosley. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Let's go here. Toss it outside.
Now they've got it
I don't know how many cut stick tackles because I don't pay attention to that, though, Bethlehem. I can't control when the CPU cut sticks me, but I also don't pay attention to when I get them. I think the people complaining about them are maybe playing against other users, and other users can control when there's a cut stick tackle. House called it.
There's some room. Got enough for the first. Inside the tech. He is in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Let's go.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can.
Yeah, working on trying to fix that too.
He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a
Working
little
on
bit
trying to
of
fix
burn,
that too.
kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. They really didn't move.
We're gonna stay in the nickel. They need.
Let's see if this offense comes out swinging from the first.
They need
play
8
of the drive
points.
down late. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Finds his tight end.
They're gonna be throwing it.
Pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So
I mean, someone asked me my opinion, 410, and I straight up said, like, he went from, I used to enjoy watching his videos, like, Madden 18, 19, 20, 20, like, all I said was that he stopped being constructive, and his videos have turned into just non-stop 10-minute videos of just degrading people. There's nothing constructive in any of his videos anymore. Just shit-talking people, non-stop. Calling people names,
Welcome
non-stop.
to the Simgamingnetwork.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference in you can. I've made plenty of videos upset about things in We Rough the Passer. Shoot. Oh, no, it's a holding. I've made plenty of videos. You can go back and look. Very upset at various aspects in the game. But I've also been constructive. And I've also made videos talking about good things in the game. When everything you drop is negative and in talking shit about other people, calling them Muppets. He dropped that video and he said, you Muppet, like 10 times over a guy. Because he broke down a clip that he broke out.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down.
So, Kurt Benkert did come out and say something. Hot Rod, does Hot Rod, he's Benkert's editor. He's very, very small. Not that I'm big. I'm not big at all. I'm very small too. The people who have sizable followers said something. But you know what, 410? Did Shady Mike come out and say anything? I'm going to wait. Did Shady Mike come out and say anything? He didn't make a video. He didn't post anything on X. So Ryan Moody's out here, you know, attacking Hot Rod, and Kurt did come out and say something. Hot Rod's got like 3,000 YouTube subs. He plays comp. He doesn't really make the same styles like Bengal and Bordeaux and Rayweather and Mills and all these, you know, C4 and Civil and all these guys. Totally different. Very small getting started. Benkert did say something. Did Shady Mike say something? Some people just choose to not say anything. But you don't have to come stand for Moody, man. Like, he used to do it the right way. He stopped. But honestly, I still see his videos every now and then. And the only part that I honestly got pissed off was that he made, like, again, and I understand you're a pretty big fanboy, right? To subscribe to my channel just to say something. Dude made like 8 out of 10 videos talking about Kurt Benkert. Like, come on. Like, read the writing on the wall, 410. When you can see somebody make the same video about the same person every single day, they're chasing one thing. They're not providing any content of value. They're chasing one thing. Figure it out. Soft Drink TV had his issues with Kurt, made one video, and that's it. But you're telling me a guy needs to make 8 out of 10 videos where Kurt Benkert's in the name of every video and he just keeps talking about it, like we're watching the Kardashians on ET? Figure it out, dude. They didn't charge, dude. Talk about negative. They're really charging us for extra money and shit that they had in the game. They got to try to repackage. Yes, and they got the shit kicked out of them for it by everybody that matters. And they changed it. But they didn't do anything different than what 2K does. They went about it the wrong way. The thing is, they shouldn't have taken out the Coach P, the XP for like the changes for that. They should have left it in there and then added the ability to purchase it. But everyone said you can't do this, and you certainly can't do it when you don't tell anybody about it ahead of time. You know what I mean? And then you certainly can't do it in a mode that is described to be 20, 25 years of an experience that is currently broken 3 weeks out of the release. But here's the thing, 410. We can talk about the issues that we have with, and the thing is the other thing is too, 410, Moody attacks the developers. The developers are only allowed to do what the company allows them to do. And the other thing you have to remember is, it's very obvious that they're understaffed. You have developers working on both this game and Madden. They're trying to do both, and they're trying to make the game be different. It's very obvious they could use some more developers. But guess what? The owners, the corporate suits have to allocate funds for that. If you're working short-staffed, shit slips through the cracks. And it's not just a video game. Have you ever went to a fast food restaurant where they're short-staffed? You're telling me you've never sat at a drive-through window where you ordered fast food and it takes you 20 minutes to get your food because they're short-staffed? They made a mistake because they're trying to hurry up and get stuff done because they're short-staffed and you already waited 20 minutes? You've never had that happen in your life.
Listen, the communication with this offense,
I got you guys. Sorry.
left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score.
No one's making content. Nobody has ever, and knock on wood here, nobody's ever made content out of anything I've ever said. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but nobody ever has.
Deep in the red zone. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. They'll get together to decide.
But it does get me irritated because this is coming talking about movies. Someone asked me what I thought about it, and I just answered. I said I think he completely lost his way completely. Started chasing only views
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
and stopped providing any content of real value.
Spend their third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather
No,
their
because I've said it
thoughts and
before.
plan for this third down play.
I've said it before. I liked the way he used to make content. Like, he would be constructive. He would break things down. He would say, I like this on this play, and then this needs to happen here. Like, he was balanced. Now it's just attacking people, calling them names. Every goddamn video, man. Like, and the only reason you do that, oh my god, he was wide open. It's because you're chasing drama-fueled views. It's the only reason you do it.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his
God dang
foot.
it. I can't tell if I'm going to make this or not. You have to remember, I was a person back when he was on X, before everyone figured out the garlic bread stuff and he deleted his account. he referenced a find that I made in one of my videos about fatigue not working properly. I made a video on it, someone sent it to him, and he referenced it and put it in one of his videos and then did the same test on his own to bring it to light. And I commented on the video and said, hey, I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you referencing the video. I want to get this fixed. And he responded. He said, I'm always watching, or something like that. I don't know. So there was a time where I appreciated how he, made content with the balance, But I don't like watching videos where you're just talking shit about people. I got modular camera settings going on right now. Astro. Yeah, nobody's clickbaiting to watch someone talk about little old me, Nobody knows who I am. You guys know who I am. That's what matters. You guys know who I am.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
If I was like a sizable YouTube channel, right, or was an EA creator, then I could maybe see it.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead.
Did you just
You
advocate
take the
for
ball back with a
socialism?
little bit of
Okay.
time. Nail me
Yeah,
coffin.
I'm done engaging with you. Holy shit. Just advocated for socialism. Oh my god. Alright, great win. Running, we made those tweaks, and it definitely messed with running. I thought it was going to be impossible to run. I think the tweaks that we made messed with it, so we probably need to rebalance that. But I really, really, really like the pass rush. And they have a 74 overall quarterback. We only got sacks at the end of each half. When they were in pass mode, like trying to get the ball down the field, that's the only time that we were getting sacks. I think we had one sack outside of that.
This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe.
We'll take a look at these anyway, because it's a 79 versus 77 overall. Total offense was close. Total plays, we're right there, 131, right where we want to be. They couldn't run the ball very well. There's sacks on there. We obviously ran the ball an insane amount for sure. Definitely need to monitor that. We'll look at the actual numbers there. We're not going to pay too much attention to this because it gets messed up with sacks and stuff like that. So we'll take a look. Penalties, each team had 4. I mean, that's the most balanced, best penalty distribution I've ever seen, and they beat us in time of possession. So there's a lot of good here. Running game, yeah, we know. He dropped down. He was at 75%, you guys, at half. He dropped down to 65% in the second half. But, yeah, 74 overall quarterback, 25 for 257, 65%. I liked the average. I liked everything about the passing game from him. We struggled. We were only 12. We did get better in the second half. 12 for 107. We were very dinky and dunkish. We did have that 137-yarder, but just wasn't a lot there for us this game. Switch over to them for running. Their running was better than what it shows when you look at the actual running back, right? You take away his yardage right here, things change a little bit. But he was 17 for 74 for 4.3, and we have the 3 for 7 right there. So that's 20 for 81. I don't include the wide receiver runs. I never do, and I don't include quarterbacks. So just so you guys know. Now, obviously, ours was inflated from the 80-yard run, but we also had, that was our only 20-yard run. If you take that away, we're 16 for 94. Am I math on that right? No. 96. Wow. Math is hard sometimes. Divided by 16, we're at 6 yards a carry, so still too high. Aren't you chasing views, making insider views? So every 2 months is a lot different than every day. Also, typically I make a cider video when there's an update to the gameplay, but I'm kind of done with you, bro. Like you're just a bad person, man. You should, you know, look, I know you subscribed only to comment, but you're being a troll. I'm gonna give you some advice. I'm gonna have a mod just remove you if there's any mods here. If not, I'll just do it. Go back to your day job, get back on the knees. Moody's waiting for you. Okay, you've been gone too long. Get that mouth work in. All right, adios. He's gone. All right, so still a little too long or too high for us as a user, but we don't want to. When you take away the long run, right, the 6 yards versus their 4 yards, we don't necessarily want to make a change right away after that. We should take a look at their offensive line. I can't shoot. Well, we can kind of. If we go to their pancakes, we can see what they'll have plenty of them, right? Their left tackle is a 73, 76, 74, 76, 82. So not great, right? Let's look at ours. 76, 82, 76, 75, 84. So we definitely have a better offensive line. Big Ron, you're good. You don't have to excuse nothing, man. You definitely can say we had a better line. When you look at our left tackle and our right tackle, so our right tackle on theirs cancels out. Our interior's a little bit better. Not a lot, but a little bit. But where it definitely matters is that 82 on the left side. So we definitely have a better offensive line. And let's compare defensive lines here. Let's do that as well. Let's go defensively. Tackles for loss. I'm giving up on this because, again, you can have 2 people combined for a tackle in the backfield. They both get credit for it. So this number is going to be impossible to track as far as how many actual plays ended in the backfield. You can't do it from tackles for loss. You actually have to go in highlights and go through and count every single one, which we're not going to do. Let's see, I like that our linebackers are right up here for the tackles. But let's see if we can find our we know what our defense is. Let's look at their defensive line. We know what theirs. Let's look at their total, by the way. Mike linebacker led it. Love it. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not even that bad, even though we know what we know. Not that bad. So they have a 74 overall edge, a 73 overall defensive tackle, a 77 right edge, and a 70 defensive tackle. That's got to be their starters, right? That's a very, very weak defensive line versus a 73 overall defensive tackle. That's a very weak defensive line, and our offensive line's better than them. So honestly, you can really make the argument. J-Rod, are they... I set it on automatic, and I don't go crazy with the ads. I set it to just automatic, and I go balanced. So I'm sorry about that. So their defensive line is worse than ours, and our offensive line is better than theirs. Astro, absolutely you can still play with them. But you're a member, and these are posted for you to test, my guy. So that's, interesting to look at. Can we go to view highlights here? Let's go to quarter one. That's a. I'm not counting. I'm sorry. I'm not counting. I was about to like just cancel it. I was like, nah. Magic. I haven't played Road to Glory. But do you know if when the other side of the ball is playing on your team, does that count as a CPU or player slide? I didn't think they had sliders for Road to Glory. I thought people were complaining about that. You can only just... Can you actually do custom sliders for Road to Glory, or can it only just be the standard freshman, varsity, All-American, Heisman? So yeah, I think we're not going to make an adjustment just because of we look at the matchup there. And giving 6 yards of carry kind of makes sense when you look at how poor their defensive line is compared to our offensive line. 6 yards, I guess, after you take away the big long run. And then we're going to play Duke. See if I remember this or not. Let's take a look. 86 overall left tackle, 75 left guard, centers in 83, 74, 74. They have a better offensive line, so we'd expect them to run the ball a little bit better, even though Stanford ran the ball pretty well. 76 overall edge, 75 overall edge, 76, 77. So probably about the same resistance. Their linebacker, that could maybe a slight increase in the resistance running. Discord. You've got, but you can just tell me too. You played a few games on the beta sliders while I'm playing one? That's wild. Oh, okay. To those of you guys who are still here, like I said, I'm still waiting on feedback. These have been posted for YouTube members to test. I haven't really been getting any feedback, so I am going to open it up to get feedback. These are work in progress. I always feel like I have to establish that. So I'm looking for just constructive criticism. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, and we'll kind of, or, you know, what you feel is different or better or whatever, right? I just need actual feedback so I know what to try to target and address. And I'd also appreciate feedback after like 2 to 3 games, not just one, because one game you can have outliers. So if you can play a couple games, no changes, and then give me some feedback of what you're seeing, overall consensus. Do not play against an FCS team. Make sure you don't play against FCS. All right, main menu, we're not really making any changes there other than fatigue is up to 55. That's it. Main menu is the exact same as what it was before. So all you have to set in the main menu is fatigue 55. That's it. Every player's in CPU slider is default 50. So these are the penalties. Made a little drop to offsides. We're down to 53. As you can see, we did get called for it, I think, once. This is one I want you guys to help monitor with me. 55, it seems to be called too often. I haven't gone up to 54 yet. I'm trying 53. I might try 54, but we certainly can't go to 55. False starts currently at 70. We did have some false starts that game by them. I didn't try to draw them offsides because I was on the road. So I didn't even bother trying to do it. And they had the meter was going a little bit. So holding is at 65. Face mask, that's a big change, down to 40. That's for tackle animations right there. But it will still get called. I've seen it called several times on 40 in my testing. DPI is staying at 50. Illegal block in the back, 35. Big change too, roughing the passer, down to 50. As you guys pointed out, I wanted the penalty yards because we're not getting a lot of DPIs or other penalties like that. But it was just way too often, and it made no sense, a lot of the times. Make sure legal contact is turned off, by the way. I haven't seen that many holding. Like, we had what? I had one holding call on me, and they had 3. But their offensive line was kind of shit. But we can continue to... I'm at 65. You said you had at 68 or 69. But I'm at 65 for holding. I don't know if you see that or not. Anyway, make sure illegal contact is turned off. 65 is to go for you. We just had 4, though. But I appreciate the feedback. We'll continue to monitor it. The one thing with holding is typically the higher you go, the better the run game got. And so that's kind of why I didn't want to go too much higher, because it impacts the running game. And then currently where we're at for auto subs, subject to change, of course, looking for feedback. Quarterback staying the same. Halfback is changed, 65, 75. Wide receivers changed to 50, 65. Most of these have actually changed. Yeah, it was 1 on me and 3 on them. Right? Because we had 4 penalties for 20 yards, 1 holding for 10, 2 offsides for another 10. That's 4 for 20. They didn't have that many holdings. Sorry, hold on. They had 2 holdings. I declined one of them, though. That's why. I declined a hold or 2. Because I was going to say, they had 2 false start. That's 10. They had a DPI for like 4 yards or something like that. No, 3. I don't know. DPI was on a 2-point conversion. That's the 3rd penalty. And does that count? It was on a 2-point conversion. I don't think it counts. So they had two holds, 2 false starts. The DPI doesn't count on a 2-point conversion, does it? Your stream always ends up being a VOD on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Tight end 70, 80. So they had extra holding penalties that I declined. And it depends on if the penalty on the 2-point conversion counts or not. I'm not sure. It has to, because they had 24 yards of penalties. And false starts are 5 each. They had 2 of those. That's 10. They had to have a DPI in there. But the DPI doesn't make sense because 4 yards, but the 2-point conversion is 2 yards out. So I don't know. Unless the holding was in where they only got half the distance to the goal or something like that. I don't know. But I know for sure they had a DPI, 2 false starts. They had several holdings, but I declined like 1 or 2 of them. This is where tight end is at. Offensive line, 70-80. Defensive tackle, 60-80. Defensive end, 40-80. This is where I want you guys to... The linebacker, okay? I want you guys to do something for me. I want you to first test 70-30. Play like a half 70-30. Quit out 35-65. See if there's any difference in 2 things. Run defense, pass coverage over the middle. Corner is 59.61. Safety 64.66. And if you guys could do me a favor, leave the feedback in the user versus CPU section in the Discord. That's easiest for me. God dang it, man. How does this keep happening? All right, I'm just gonna hide the user on the channel. I'm gonna go up and get rid of this other dude. But yeah, if you could give me the feedback in the Discord, that'd be the easiest for me. What I'd like you to give me is the team that you're using. Obviously, only test in Dynasty. The overall of your team, the overall team you're playing against, multiple teams. Like you'd say, I was playing against this team overall, that team overall, this team overall, and then give me your consensus after how many games, as well as what you noticed, if anything, different between the 30-70 linebacker and 35-65. So I know it sounds like a lot, not just kind of consolidate it all, and just give me the feedback. Like, let me know, because then I'll just kind of work towards trying to correct that. But anyway, does anybody have any questions? I should probably... probably ask if anybody has any questions. It did look a little strong, bigger on, and I had it at 50 there. We were seeing some 60-yard punts, and it was only a 3-mile-an-hour wind. Here's going to be the issue. So, punt power wouldn't have been an issue if the slider worked. I don't know if they fixed the slider. So, basically, that still has to be tested. If I drop the punt power to 40... and I have it impact my punt power, is the CPU still bombing the same amount of punts? The same distance on punts. The easiest way to test that will be to go into practice mode. And I'll end up doing that. Just not on stream, of course. Oh, okay, well we won't even worry about it, Bigger On. We'll wait till everything's kind of how I showed it. Cool. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll try to be back with another stream tomorrow. We're just gonna kind of keep things as is, man. Work on sliders, make things better. We've had 2 patches since the last slider update dropped. Potentially getting one this Thursday. Coach mode sliders are going to be released today as well. I actually, they were released a couple days ago for members. I had to remake the video because some of the images I used, although it showed in CapCut it was there, when it generated the video, it said it couldn't use the image because of the image format, so I had to like remake the upload. But that's going to go live here soon as well, the Coach mode sliders. So anyways, appreciate you guys. Also, we got a new outro. Let me know what you think, please. If you like it, if you prefer the other one, just give me the feedback on that. Otherwise, stay tuned to the next one, y'all. Peace.